Get ready to rumble. Guys, what's up? Nice to see you back. Crypto tumbling a bit today on some scary U.S. news. There's always a catalyst. Charts have been signaling a slowdown momentum here for a few days. You would know this. We were talking about this last week. We're going to be diving into the macro stories, the crypto charts. It's going to be a good time answering your questions. Second half stream. We need to get straight into this, man. Let's go. Let's go. Wait a minute. This isn't a bull market. This is anal sex. Classic meme. One of my favorites. All right. Moody's. Right? Anything good to say about Moody's? Moody's strips U.S. government of top credit ratings as president and lawmakers have failed to reverse rising debts. Boo. They're the third ratings agency. There's S&P and Fitch, and they've both given the U.S. a credit downgrade in the past, 10 years, whatever. I got a full video breaking this down. My take, it's not really that big of a deal. It's not, oh no, they went from AAA to AA plus or whatever. Like, doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Not a big deal. Markets seem to not care that much about it this morning. We're down 1% for futures markets, which is nothing. That's nothing. It's not like we're cratering like 5% or some BS like that. Markets don't really care. It's not really a big deal so far. So that's good to see. The bigger problem is probably Japan. We're more on that in a second. But Arthur Hayes sharing this. Quite a move. If this bleeds into higher volatility, volume on the MOVE index, expect immediate policy action. Translation Burr. This is the U.S. 10-year bond yield surging today. The credit rating, of course, is affecting bond markets. It's not that it's a nothing burger completely. It is affecting bond markets, and it does have the potential to move things, particularly Japan, though. And potential financial chaos over there, probably going to be an even bigger move on the bond markets because Japan's one of the biggest owners of U.S. debt. Very, very problematic. Anyway, they're going to pull the levers, guys. Now, it's not going to be QE the way you think it's going to be QE, but they got some levers they're going to pull, man, and the money's going to come into the system. Japan's prime minister says his country's financial situation is worse than Greece. And if you know anything about what happened in Greece a few years ago, bad. Okay, so that's not great. Japanese prime minister, chill out, dude. We don't need those bad vibes around here, man. Didn't you get the message? Life's a vibe, man. Life's electric. Screw that doomer bullshit. Japanese prime minister. Chill out, dude. Anyway, that, of course, can throw some trouble into the bond markets. Japanese bonds have been soaring. It's problematic. It's a very complicated situation. But Japan is still what, third or fourth biggest economy in the world. I guess if count the EU as one economic unit, then it's the fourth. But anyway, say third biggest economy in the world. It's a big deal. Japan, kind of a big deal in case you've heard of them. Freak van der Velden. Yeah, I know. It's Japan, man. It can't be worse than Greece. Okay. Sorry, no shade, Greece. You guys got a crazy country, and I love it. But Japanese prime minister out here spooking the markets. He's got the phone call, man. Like, Jerome Powell called him up. Yo, spook the markets, man. Look at this. Look at this bullshit right here. Nick from Coin Bureau sharing this. So maybe we won't have a recession. The Atlanta Fed GDP now estimates the U.S. GDP came out today with a 2.4% growth in Q2. Art of the deal, baby. Let's go. That's hilarious. Last quarter, of course, the U.S. contracted 0.3% due to tariff fears and all the other stuff. Love gyros. I asked Matthew if gyros are indeed great. Heroes, I think is how they're said. Anyway, they're great. Whatever those sandwiches are they do in Greece, man, they're delicious. Different story. Yeah, the guys, the U.S. economy is going to expand by 2.4% in Q2, according to the Atlanta Fed. And these guys, the Atlanta Fed, they were the hardcore bears back in Q1. Crazy stuff, man. Fajal saying nothing stops this train. Deficit going to infinity. Trump's tax bill advances after GOP hardliners drop blockade. There's more tax cuts coming. And part of the reason that they got the credit downgrade was that there's too much debt. There's not going to be enough tax revenue, all that kind of stuff. But these are all later problems for us to worry about. Oh, sure, short term might be market turbulence, whatever. Like this stuff's going to affect the markets in like 5-10 years in a really, really big, horrific way when there's a giant reckoning of the global economy. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Okay, robotics are about to take off next 10 years. Again, screw those doomer bears, man. Bears don't get laid. I guess they do because there's more bears all the time in the world. But you know what I'm saying. Okay, they don't enjoy it. All right. Anyway, reality is money printing, stealth money printing of some variety is going to come. AI, robotics, and I got a great chart to show you on the AI thing. Actually, it's so super fascinating. Is this the one? Yeah. This is absolutely a crazy chart, guys. We're going so much higher for so much longer, and everybody wants to admit to themselves. Okay. This is the NASDAQ after the release of Netscape versus ChatGPT. Continue to track eerily closely. Bulls should hope the trend remains, because if it does, we are in 1997. And of course, the market peaked at the end of 1999, right? Interesting. So if this chart is indeed correct, then the AI bubble still has probably 2.5 years to go. The AI bubble is not going to pop until, according to this, 26, end of 27, something like that, 28. It's going to be a while. I dig it. That's kind of bullish propaganda I want to hear. Fantastic. Fits with my bias, so I like it. Last time Michael Burry tweeted sell, which he tweeted on May 16th, he said sell. Okay. Last time he tweeted sell, the S&P 500 ripped 50%. Second time lucky. Michael Burry, man, are you going to be our counter signal this time? Look, I know the dude's a legendary investor, right? But and a lot of his theses are going to be proven correct in time, but timing is critical. Timing is critical. Everything's okay. Guys, we're trading these markets. Oh, you guys trading these markets. Get yourselves a Bit Unix account. It is the hot spot to be trading. Where I'm doing most of my trades these days. We shared earlier update on my Solana trade and put in a dog of hat trade, stuff like that. You can trade all the big coins here. They got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Pepe, dog of hat, fart coin to the moon. Anyone can use it. No KYC, no VPN. Anyone, anywhere can trade on Bit Unix. Link down below. You'll get $10 for starting your account, $400 in deposit bonus. That's up to. So if you deposit $500, get $100 back. It's like a 20% deposit bonus. $1,000, get $200. $2,000, get $400 back, and $400 free money to use on the exchange. It's pretty bonkers if you ask me. And $2,000 trading bonuses. Go check that out. So link down below. It's hard, man. It's hard every time I see this meme. I need to make more money. I need to do better. I have to make it. Got to keep going. Can't give up. So tired. Everyone's counting on me. You understand that. Bitcoin today, correcting. We had a wild run yesterday. Price got up to $107,000 while I was sleeping. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Now look at this. We had a bearish divergence on the RSI daily. So we had a price high on the 12th of May, second price high yesterday, 19th of May, RSI peak on the 10th of May, approximately, and the RSI making a higher low, sorry, on the 18th of May. So that's a bearish RSI divergence. You also have the MACD flipping bearish after a nice run up here. Now that doesn't mean we're going to zero, guys, and it's the end of all things, okay? But could mean we could see a bit of price correction. Now, currently, the current candle, we still have almost 13 hours for this daily candle to close. So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch here, okay? Currently, it's looking like a potential bearish engulfing candle, but it only takes a few percent of price recovery to say, no, it's not a bearish engulfing candle. But if it is a bearish engulfing candle in 13 hours, that adds more fuel to the fire for a potentially bigger correction to come in here for BTC. Again, I would not be shocked to see us revisit the lower 90s. All it takes, of course, is a couple good news stories, and we're pumping. You see how reflexive the market's been recently. You see how much people want to buy, how excited people are, how close we got to all-time highs yesterday. I mean, guys, come on. Bear market rallies do not, come, 1.5% or some shit away from getting a new all-time high. Then in a bear market rally, guys, maybe a triple top. No, it's not a triple top. Get out of here, bears. Get out of here, dirty. Naked Red. Did you buy the Diplark? Well, I got my Solana order filled. That was nice. I got my ETH trade filled and almost immediately stopped out. Shit. Anyway, say Louis, that's why I have a stop loss. I have not got my big spot orders filled yet. I've got a spot order in for buying a nice bag of Pengu. See if that price go down like 13, 14 more percent. And I have been thinking, I want to get another meme. I don't know. Should it be Fart Coin? Maybe. Should be Pepe? Maybe. Don't know. I feel like I don't have enough meme exposure, so I might want to get one of those. But anyway, the Elastos, Rick, that has a blast for Elastos. Holy cow. Are they still out there, man? Are they still doing stuff, man? That was back in those crazy days, man. 2017. Neo, Nem. Elastos, those are the hot blockchains. If you guys were not around in 2017, you're like, what are you talking about, Grandpa? Elastos, Nem, Neo, what is this stuff? Interesting place for Bitcoin to be. Obviously, a non-bearish engulfing candle will be good, and a flip on the MACD back into a bullish signal will be fine too. But you know what? Honestly, guys, it's fine. It's fine. We just ran 50% or whatever in 4 or 5 weeks. We can chill out a little bit. It's all good. It doesn't mean that we're going to zero. Remember, the global M2 is still pumping, and the global M2 is indicating that we will likely pump well into July, potentially even into August, if we correlate as we usually do. Joe saying if Josh Mandel, the guy who called 84K like 6 months in advance on the exact day that hit 84K, if we're headed back to the low 80s, that'd be more impressive than that 84K call. Be interesting if it did go back down that low. Wouldn't be shocked either, but I think sort of mid to low 90s is a much more reasonable target, personally. Anyway, continuing. Basel Medical Group today announced $1 billion Bitcoin acquisition plan. So many companies are buying Bitcoin, guys. It's absolutely off the charts crazy. How many companies in the last week have announced that they're buying truck tons of Bitcoin? It's pretty bonkers, actually. Tony the Bull Severino sharing Bitcoin dominance chart. Bitcoin dominance 1 month RSI back below 70. This is one of the best signals favoring altcoins in a very long time. Needs a monthly close to confirm, though. Interesting. We got some ETH jokes, guys. Sheila, get the kid. He's going to bash Ethereum again. Messages. Your one-time Coinbase pin is here. Don't share this. Hey, I was going to try to scam you, but saw your entire account balance has been all on the ETH from $4,000. Might want to change your passwords, though. Yeah. That's hilarious. Ecoin metrics sharing this one. Ethereum's up just 10% from the bear market. 101% from the bear market bottom. Well, Bitcoin's gained nearly 500%. The difference, Bitcoin still has a clear narrative driving flows. Ethereum doesn't. And, it's been a great, we can't ignore, okay, the simple reality. It's been great recently. Ethereum had a beautiful bounce, man, from what, like $1,400 back up to like 27. Man, that was a great move. ETH bulls, well done. Beautiful. The tricky part is now, what are the narratives that are going to drive ETH to $10,000? You may not even need them any narratives. Everything just pumps and everybody just gambles on ETH without actually really thinking about it. And I know Pectra is a nice upgrade, but Pectra is still a far cry away from fixing the underlying problems of Ethereum. Okay. And a lot of metrics keep showing that Ethereum is falling behind because Solana keeps eating his lunch. Crypto Kid sharing this one. The Ethereum all-time high, inflation adjusted, is actually $5,700, not $4,850. No. That's hilarious. ETH, by the way, again, I had my buy order here at 24.30, smashed right down, right through my stop loss order. Currently back just above my stop loss order. Classic stuff. Keeping an eye on this one for a trade. I would be just a big fat sort of 200-day EMA, almost a 20-day EMA retest if that's the situation. If we do pull back farther, I think 2100 becomes a very interesting sort of like back the truck up sort of place. If you want to, gamble on ETH, I would happily put in a nice leverage trade here at $2,100. If we get a pullback that far, it lines up with the 50-day EMA, critical price support, multi-year price support. I would put an ETH trade there. You guys know I love my ETH, okay? I love giving it shit too because it deserves it. I love ETH, man. ETH's great. And it'd be a nice trade at $2,100. Don't know if we pull back that far. If Bitcoin goes back to the mid-90s, that's probably where he's going to be down to as well. Sam says, guys, please don't listen to this guy. I took his advice. Now I'm down $3,600. Sam, here's the thing. I don't give advice out. I don't give advice, okay? What we do is I share my opinions on stuff. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do with your money, okay? I show you what I do with my money. I show you my trades. I tell you about the investments I make. I share my opinions on stuff. You got to make your own decisions on the other side, Sam, okay? I'm not here to make decisions for you, okay? Investing in crypto is risky as shit. I'm not there managing your trades, managing your risk, all that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm here to do. And if you think that's what I'm here to do, you're in the wrong place. We're here to share jokes, have a good time, share opinions on stuff. You know, if you guys ask questions, I can share my opinions on that, tell you what I do with my money. Again, not what to do with your money. There's a big difference there between me telling you what I'm doing with my money versus me telling you what to do with your money, which I don't do because I don't know what the hell you should do with your money. I barely know what I should do with my money half the time. Anyway, continuing. Solana, the top venue for on-chain trading. Because of course it is. Among the top 5 chains by DEX trading volume, Solana BNB chain and Ethereum command 85% market share. Base and Arbitrum 1 have 7 to 8%. That's pretty crazy, man. That is pretty crazy. The Solana dominance has just been off the charts. Really, it has. Solana right now at 161. My 162 buy order did get triggered. I shared that in the trade video early today. Well, actually, it didn't get triggered at the time of the trade video recording. Got triggered like an hour later or something. Anyway, besides one, it's triggered. 155 stop loss. I am considering changing that stop loss around though. When I put the buy order in, it was like back here, and the 50-day EMA was down here at like 145 or something like that. So it was less concerning position. The tricky part now is the 50-day EMA is up here around 155, which is also this key area of resistance here, which I'd hope would flip into support, but it's interesting. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays over the next few days here. If we do get a wider pullback for Bitcoin and stuff like that, then yeah, I probably get stopped out and have to reassess on that Solana trade. I don't want to just move the stop loss down too far because then if the trend turns against me, I just end up losing a shit ton of money versus a small amount of money because I always lose a small amount of money, reassess, re-enter a trade down here, and then swing high from there. Anyway, we'll see how things go. Like I said, if we do get a wider pullback, and I don't know how deep the pullback is going to be, let's see how Wall Street reacts again. So far, futures markets showing they don't really care too much about Japan. They don't really care too much about the Moody's downgrade. I mean, if the market really cared about this shit, the futures markets would be puking like 3% right now, 4%. They're not. They're down 1%, which is a nothing burger. It's nothing. It's like intraday movements. Who cares? So that's fine. That's fine. Keep an eye on this. I'll keep you updated if we get stopped out on that, which one, or if we can, if Bitcoin bounces here. I mean, look, think about this. It's a great place to take a trade, right? 20-day and 200-day EMA. It's a logical place to support to have a nice bounce here. So we'll see if that happens or not. But then we've got this problem of the daily MACD bearish crossover. Not looking fantastic there. So let's see. Again, that's why I run a tight stop loss in this one. And if I get stopped out, say la vie, that's why I have a stop loss and we'll re-enter at a different position there. Litecoin also, a lot of coins right now, very interesting position. So this is the thing, is if you believe we're going to go deeper, and I think there's a chance that they could go deeper. Okay, we've laid out that case here for you. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to, and a lot of things right now, critical supports, okay? Look at this. Solana, 200-day, 20-day EMA. Litecoin, 20-day, 200-day EMA. These are critical levels, okay? Bounce there, it's a logical bet to take that we get a bounce there. So let's see. And if we don't, then we find our levels down below. But so far, that would be a logical place to watch for a bounce. So Litecoin ETF still potentially coming up. Still potentially interesting trade there, guys. Aptos. Oh, man. Aptos is such a funny one. By the way, I own Aptos. I own various other cryptocurrencies. If you ever want to see my portfolio disclosures, you can find that down below in the description on YouTube, pin comment over on X. You'll also find over there a very important risk statement because guess what? Investing in crypto is risky. You can literally lose all of your money. No, seriously. And past returns do not equate to future returns. Currently getting my ass kicked on my Aptos bags. Well, I'm around break even. It's not. That's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But We're not putting in the gains, man. Sui. That's the hot spot right now. Shit. What's interesting is that Aptos is actually doing so well. Look at this stablecoin market cap on chain, almost $1.2 billion, Sui $1.05 billion. So they've got another 150 million more stablecoins on chain on Aptos than on Sui. That's pretty interesting, actually. Obviously, 7-day trend change for Sui is higher than Aptos right now, but total value is still pretty damn high. I'm actually surprised stuff like Polygon still got $2 billion. I guess it's all just people aping into poly market stuff. It's pretty interesting, actually. Anyway, Avery from Aptos saying fastest block times, number one user finality, scalability, da 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 da. Charts suck. Crap. Come on, charts. Come on. It's a huge divergence between the Aptos chart here, which is literally trading under the 20 and 50-day EMAs. Like that's some weak sauce, Aptos. That's some real weak sauce there, dog. Not a fan of that kind of price action. We find any sort of vaguely bullish. There we go. Forget the wicks. There we go. Hey, yeah, that's an uptrend. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Boom, we found it. Of course, if Bitcoin and Solana and stuff drop deeper, then that's very problematic chart-wise for Aptos. It's not going to look pretty. Yeah, this is Sui by comparison. Very different looking charts. All the EMAs are stacked on top of each other in the right direction. 20-day EMAs largely held up as support so far. Now, again, if we see a wider pullback, which is not a guarantee right now, again, basically everything's retesting key support. That's the place you want to see a bounce. If we fail to see a bounce there, then yeah, okay, let's start talking about slower price targets. Right now, let's see if we get the bounce or not. 20-day EMA, 370. Potentially a decent place for a long here. I haven't put one in, but I'd keep an eye out for it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how today closes up for the charts. I got some shades already put in, like for Solana and Dog of Hat and stuff like that. So don't need to rush into yet another trade. Most of the stuff, real larger trades in unison with each other. But if the 20-day fails, then probably 330 becomes a pretty interesting area of buying opportunity, which you can see, of course, was support area back here and 50-day EME lining up there as well. Okay. Last one, then we're getting into your questions. Top EVM chains by active addresses past 7 days. Base, of course, kicking butt as usual. BNB, Ethereum. It's crazy. 4 times as many active addresses on Base, but it makes sense because using Ethereum main chain is not fantastic. Polygon, you know, despite the price absolutely being slaughtered beyond belief, I don't know. Just it's been so bad for Polygon holders this cycle. Anyway, Say Networking at number 5. What up to my Say bags? Comparatively, market cap wise, looking at the number of active addresses versus the market cap of Say versus all these other ones, pretty undervalued. 64% growth in active addresses too in the last 7 days. So that's pretty cool. Chart, not looking amazing. Better than Aptos. You know, at least it got up here close to the 200-day EMA before getting rejection down here. Currently sitting on the 50-day EMA. Again, if the wider market rolls over, it's rolling over with it and losing all these key moving averages, and that sucks. But anyway, Say la vie. I think it's probably an interesting option. And again, I've got a bag of this, so I'm talking about my own bags here, but I think it's an interesting option in terms of an undervalued layer one. It's less than $1 billion or something like that currently. Anyway, let's do your questions. Get the red hat on, guys. By the way, if you're not in Discord yet, guys, there's a link down below. Go check Discord out. It's pretty awesome. We're sharing all kinds of cool stuff in there. Like stuff like this, by the way. Chart setup here for Pepe today. In fact, a whole list of chart setups. All kinds of great stuff in there. Link down below if you want to check it out. Tars AI. Little Joe, what's up? Remember to hydrate, guys. I don't really know anything about Tars AI. I've heard people mention it before. I know some of the people I'm talking about it, but I don't know anything about it. I guess we can have a look at the chart. Why the heck not? Tars AI. Is it just Tars? Tars AI. Is it Tars AI? Tars USD. What the heck is the ticker for this thing? Oh, let me go look it up. Yeah, I'll look up the ticker here for this real quick, guys, and then we'll show you a chart of this random AI coin. Tars. TAI. Come on, what kind of? Oh my gosh, what kind of ticker is that for something like TAI? Anyway, okay, TAI USD. Okay, fine. There we go. Now we got it. All right, we got it. Let's have a look at it. Not bad. Nothing super noteworthy. I think currently generally uptrending, although I don't like that this, we got a nice high here, but now we've got actually a lower high that's come in. So not loving that. We'll see what plays out over the next few days, but holding up on the EMAs currently. Needs to get back over the 200-day EMA around 13 cents. Then is probably a more interesting thing. Like, again, you know, my Aptos bags and stuff like this also trading under their 200-day EMAs. Some of the altcoins are big time behind right now. But have a look at this. Here's some interesting. That's a crazy price floor, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that price floor. That's nuts. This has been the key area price support here, right around 10 cents. 10 cents is probably the really key area, although you've seen two recent breakouts above 10 cents get faded pretty hard and pretty fast. Strong rejection at the 200-day EMA, rejection at the super trend, and yeah, currently getting rejected at this previous area of price support, now price resistance. That, I think, adds more fuel to the fire for me that you really need to get this sucker back of the 200-day EMA trade-wise if you want to get into a situation there. Anyway, don't think about TARS. I have no opinion. I have no idea, literally no idea what the heck they do. I've heard the name a few times, so I never looked into it. So, was it a bear market rally? No, I'm not in that category. I may be proven horrifically wrong. You guys know how it is. Put my balls on the line all the time. Sometimes lose shit tons of money. Sometimes you don't. That's the way it is. Bear market rallies. Tend not to really look like that, do they? I mean, literally got within, what, 2% for Bitcoin or something like that. Bear market rallies usually go a lot lower, like a bear market rally to like 92K or something like that, which would have been sort of the bottom end of the range. Like that would be a clear bear market rally, right? Bear market rally within 2% of the previous all-time high. It's not really a bear market rally anymore. It's something different. Thoughts on movement? I had a move bag for a while. Those guys fucked up so bad. I don't know what all that bullshit was going on with them. There was some bullshit going on there, man. It's not something I would be rushing to get a position into again. Kraken's about to list the dog of Bitcoin. Good stuff, Juan. Happy to hear it. Take a look at Griffin. It was so hot a few months ago. Haven't kept an eye on it, to be honest. Where are we at? No, not too bad. Oh, I put chart on screen so you guys can see it. Not bad. Not bad. Nice uptrend intact. Initial breakouts beyond 20 and 50-day EMAs came back down for a strong retest. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Retesting 20-day EMA right now could come as low as the 50 if we see further weakness in the market over the next few days. But you know what? Decent spot. Decent spot. Chart looking decent. Don't know about the tokenomics and all that stuff, but the chart looks decent right now for continuation, assuming the broader market holds up. All right. Pancakes. I'm not a heathen. Waffles. Waffles. Why do they need all the holes, man? What do they think they're trying to do? It's pancake, man. Pancake, put your butter on, put your maple syrup on, goes all over the place. Fantastic. Oh, what? I want to put all my maple syrup in all the little pockets. Get out of here. Ondo Finance. What was their partnership the other day? They had some big partnership the other day, didn't they? Something with JP Morgan? I swear it was something with JP Morgan, wasn't it? I saw that news. Ondo Finance is one of the sort of the best players, in my opinion, for real world asset plays. I put my money on Plume, a new player, lower market cap, higher reward potential, higher risk, obviously. But I like Ondo Finance. Let's have a look at the chart here. Chart's looking pretty decent so far, but again, we need to see how things play out over the next few days. So got the bottom here in 7th of April. New higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low currently. Been really sticking very close to the 20 and 50-day EMAs. We had a very short breakout over the 200-day EMA, purple line in the chart here. Didn't really stick though, unfortunately. Of course, wider market pulled back, so it's not Ondo Finance's fault. Let's see now how we go. Will the next few days find us support for the price around here, or are we going to get a deeper pullback? If we get a deeper pullback, that then brings into question this higher low. So we'll see how it plays out. So far, so good, though, on the charts. But again, much like most other charts, we got rejected here at key moving averages. Price is literally trading under the 3 key moving averages. That's not great. And MACD bearish crossover, also not great. Good real world asset play, fundamentally. Charts relatively bearish at the moment. Will the Fed cut rates at the next meeting? We hope that they will. Prediction markets think that they will. Last week, we were geniuses for buying. This week, we're morons for not selling. Market loves play with your emotions. It sure does. The question is, you're only a moron for not selling if you think that, like, okay, that's it. Triple top, bear market rally, it's all over. We're going down horrifically. You know, seeing some intraday volatility is really not a big deal. You know, Bitcoin's down a few percent. He's down for these things go down 20, 10, 20, 30%. I don't really think it's a big deal, to be honest. When those sort of things happen, that's kind of standard crypto volatility. It's time to upgrade a painting. Nah, man, these are classics. They're classics, man. You got to keep the classics. Waffles have a better texture than pancake and don't turn soggy. Somebody's asking about Zerebro up here. I don't know. I saw that. I wanted to answer that Zerebro question. I don't know who's asking, but the Zerebro question answer, way too much bullshit. Completely ignoring it. I thought Zerebro was doing some pretty cool stuff in the early days. I lost some money on that. It's fine. Threw that money that I lost from that into AI 16Z when it was also down horrifically. So it's fine. But wash my mind. But you know, once they started posting all that like Kanye stuff on the, I was out, man. I'm like, I don't know. You know, this is no. It's not my vibe. You check out Hippo. Is that the one on Sui? Hippo on Sui, or are you talking about Mudeng? Let me know, because there's 2 of them, I guess. I guess Hippo is the one on Sui, but I don't really hear anybody talk about that if that's really something I want to look at. You think a triple top will happen? No, but like I was saying last week, okay. What was I saying last week? Now we're entering the danger zone. Remember, bull markets climb the wall of worry, right? Now we're entering the danger zone because we're coming up to the previous price highs. So resistance comes into play, triple top narratives, double top narratives, whatever. All the bearish narratives you can possibly think of that mean we're going to go back to zero. Yes, Hippo on Sui. I literally I know nothing about this. Let's just, for the sake of argument, look at the chart of this random Hippo coin. The stuff you guys gamble your money on, I swear. Okay, here we go. Is this the chart? Oh, is this seriously the coin? I guess. Man, if that's Hippo USDT 1-day Bybit, that's got some scammy wicks on it, man. Super low liquidity, huh? Yeah, I'm not interested in that personally. It is trending up. It's got that going for it, I guess. I guess if you're super into Sui memes, I mean, it's down a lot. So I guess it's got that going for it. This probably marked the high water point, I'd imagine. It's down 90% still. So, hey, if you believe that the Hippo on Sui is going to go back to the moon, then I guess, hey, there's something there. Do you think it's worth investing in Arbitrum? Well, my personal opinion is Arbitrum sucks a big, giant pile of... let's just say balls. Look, I have no interest in the Arbitrum token. I like the Arbitrum network. I used to own the Arbitrum token. It's completely useless. There's zero reason to own it. I thought, okay, well, the market's irrational, pumps up all these dumb governance tokens all the time. No one gives a shit about this. Let me see. Where can I find a bits? Maybe who probably listed it the earliest? Maybe OKX. Oh gosh, no. Yeah, I just gotta find somebody that's got some decent price action on this thing. Oh, here. You know what? I bet Bybit's had it listed there for ages. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's a terrible looking chart. Absolutely terrible looking chart. Gosh. I mean, look at this thing. So look, you basically had the high price here on 15 Jan 24. Ever since then, what have you had? What have you had? It's been an absolute monstrosity of a coin here. And I know there's a lot of charts that look like this, but I just don't see a reason to own Arbitrum. And look, people trade it. People obviously trade it because the damn thing, for some reason, went up to retest its 200-day EMA before getting rejected, coming back down to the 20 and 50, which is happening to most coins right now. It's not unique to Arbitrum. There's just no reason to own the Arbitrum token. For what purpose? It's a governance token. Have they ever even introduced staking? I haven't kept up with it in a while. Maybe they introduced staking and the staking rewards are amazing. You can't do shit within DeFi. Can't pay gas fees with it, as far as last I checked anyway. And you can't stake it. It's a governance token. You're going to go govern the Arbitrum platform. Hey, honey, what did you do today? I was governing the Arbitrum platform. Is that what you spent all of our money on? Yes. I spent all of our money on governing the Arbitrum platform. Lark, have you heard of Cody? I have. Big partnership here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't really know very much about Cody. I can't really tell you very much about it or what they're doing, to be honest. But we can look at the chart, man. See, the chart says, chart looks like basically every other chart we've looked at today. Really nothing of note in terms of like outperformance or anything like that. Rallied up, got rejected the 200-day EMA, back down under the 20 and 50 at the same time. So kind of looks like every other chart. I would say if you see it either enter very oversold conditions on the RSI, assuming some kind of wider market move down, that's probably interesting. Or if you see it retake the 50-day EMA here, 20-day EMA, probably an interesting spot to go long on this this asset here. There you go. Kita is the next Caspa. Yeah, we covered Kita in the newsletter as a good one to keep an eye out for, basically back 500% ago. I didn't buy any then though, did I? No, of course I didn't. Oh well. The $200 Solana feels like a dream. Goblins are here. Well, I wouldn't say we're in Goblin Town yet. Still think crypto gaming sector is good play. Man, I've got my ass handed to me so bad on crypto gaming. It's been absolutely nuts. Beam, smashed. I hope it comes back at some point. Gun is the one I've decided to throw some more money into recently. Let's see how that plays out. Like, man, if Off the Grid cannot do a crypto gaming token that goes to the moon, I don't know what can. Nothing can. I don't know. I was a private round investor in Neon Heroes, who just declared bankruptcy the other day. Great. There'll be some good crypto gaming stuff, but man, it's few and far between. Lark hates Arbitrum. I love great network. I love using the network, man. Just the coin sucks. And I'm, I sold it ages ago and it's only sucked since then. It was the right decision to do. Virtuals versus AI 16Z versus ARK. I don't know enough about ARK to make a commentary. I'm sorry. AI 16Z, I've got a bag of it. I like it. I think it's struggled to get good traction. They launched their auto fund platform, which hasn't really driven a lot of demand for the token yet. I hope they switch up the tokenomics to make it more impactful. But Virtuals have been doing really well because they've been having such good launches and there's a lot of demand for the token. So right now, Virtuals is winning because they've got a better platform, better demand, better tokenomics. AI 16Z, I think it has a lot of potential and is pretty undervalued by comparison, but they need to step up their game and actually do some better tokenomics. Crypto's life, says Lark, I think will have a triple top. Nothing would surprise me. But you have to understand, if we got a triple top, if we get a triple top, that means the price is going to go to like 40K, something like that. That's the technical price target from a triple top. I do not have any MicroStrategy. The only crypto-related stocks that I own are Coinbase, big bag of Coinbase, big bag, nice profits. Big bag Coinbase, and a small bag of Marathon. It's at a loss right now. And a big bag of Robinhood. Bought a shit ton of Robinhood, actually. It's not really like a crypto-specific play, but it's got crypto adjacent, let's say. They can say sell crypto on the platform. But I got a huge bag of Robinhood. Not bigger than my Coinbase bag, but let's say a decent-sized bag of Robinhood back when the markets were crashing. I was like, shit, markets are down. Let's go. Let's buy some stocks. I was actually buying more stocks than I was crypto back then, mainly because I want to get more money out of crypto and into other stuff. What do you know about DEBIT? Very little. We're not looking at the DEBIT chart. That's like a hardcore dino coin, man. People who buy ARB can't govern their wives. Oh my gosh. House of Crypto suggested selling Sui for Say. So much conflicting information out there. But look, everybody has to make their own decision. Okay. At the end of the day, you should be following. You should never follow anybody blindly. You have to make your own decisions. You have to think. Okay. Like if you're sitting there and you got a big bag of Sui and you bought it at $1 and you're 300, 400% in profit, you might think, oh shit, maybe I should take some money out and buy this competitor, Say, right? Now, look, I chose, instead of buying Sui when it was $1.50 or something, I say, screw it, I'm going to buy the competitor coin. I'm going to buy Aptos. I'm going to buy Say instead, for example. That has not been a good trade so far. Sui's been the winner, and people like winners, and people tend to follow winners. So if you're selling the winner to try to get a beta catch-up play, it may not work out the way you think it's going to. Now, I'm sticking with my bags for now of Aptos and Say, and I think they've got great potential and probably will catch up at some point. But you're selling a winner if you sell Sui, right? They have been winning, and I don't know when you got in at and what kind of profits you're sitting on, et cetera, et cetera. But Sui has been a winner, will probably continue to be a winner, and will probably go much higher during the bull market. That's my thought. That being said, something like Say or Aptos, as an example, if they hit the right stuff, and those two coins been doing huge work, man, huge growing metrics, all kinds of stuff going on over there. Say, I think, is still under $1 billion market cap. I mean, think about that. If Say takes off, the upside potential is much higher, right? You might get 3-to-1 outperformance of Say versus Sui, as an example, or not. It may underperform, but that's what you'd bet on, right? You'd bet on that you want it to outperform. Okay, one or two more. Oh my gosh, we're up to 43 minutes. Oh boy. Just get. You guys have fun hanging out with you guys, man. It's a tough one. Time just gets away with me. What are you gonna do? Dip and rip coming. Let's go, man. Boom. Dip and rip. I love it. That's the vibes we need, man. You guys are awesome. We're finishing up there. Time to go hang out with the kids, man. It's gonna be great. Have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace.